When we hear the shofar blast on Rosh Hashanah, the first thing that happens after the completion of the reading of the Torah during Shachrit, and after the Haftorah, and after the Torah is put back, the Baal Tokeya, the one who blows the shofar, will get up. They'll recite a chapter of Psalms 7 times. Then they'll recite some verses from the Torah back and forth between them and the congregation. And then they will recite the blessings on the shofar, the mitzvah of Lishma kol shofar, the bracha, of Lishma kol shofar, and then the bracha of Shechianu, and then they will blow the shofar they'll blow the shofar. Okay. Then either, depending on the community's custom, there will be more blasts during the Chazan's repetition, during the private Shemona Esrei, and then according to everybody, during the Chazan's repetition of Shemona Esrei, and then of Musaf, and then after Musaf, depending on whether or not the congregation blew shofar during the private Shemona Esrei, they'll blow shofar blasts, depending if they'll blow a lot or a little. The question that I received today, knowing all of that, if a person didn't hear the first blast of shofar, let's say they left the shul or they came late and they left, so what's the right? So if they left the shul and they missed those first blasts after the bracha, they only heard the second blast. Do they still fulfill the mitzvah? And the answer is yes, they do, because we really, to fulfill the mitzvah shofar, have to hear 30 blasts. We recite 100 blasts of the shofar just to fulfill a custom, and to a little too long for this video as to why we blow more than 30 blasts. But we blow more than 30 blasts, which means that if you miss the first 30 right after the blessings, you'll still have a chance to hear another 70, which is obviously more than double the 30 that you need to hear. So even if you missed the first couple, you did. Now, there is a reason to hear the first 30 and to make sure you hear the first 30, because that is a complete listening to all the sounds, and then you've heard them in the right order and everything. But yes, you'd still fulfill the mitzvah if you heard the last 70 blasts.